Thank you, Madam General Evaluator. Let's see, since this is being recorded, let me see if I can pin that. Come on, pin. There we go. Yes, and thank you, Victoria, for this excellent speech as usual, and thank you all Toastmasters for just being here today. The thing that struck me right away about this speech is typically evaluations focus on two aspects, writing and presentation. But this speech was heavily focused on the slideshow, which made me realize that there are really three parts to the speech, the presentation, the writing of the speaking part, and the slides. The integration of the speaking part with the slide was excellent. I saw a good balance between the words on the screen and the words that came out of Victoria's mouth. She didn't just read the slides. There was enough text on the screen to tell us and remind us what she was talking about. It really reinforced her message. There wasn't too much, there wasn't too little. The only thing I would suggest about your technique on this would be to summarize at the end. There were 7 excellent points, and by the time I got to number 7, I forgot what number 1 was. Although you did do something at the very end to help with that. Nonetheless, maybe if right at the end you had one more slide that just had all 7 items in order. The slides themselves, in the main part, had an interesting structure. When you're getting to the 7 items, first there's a title that was numbered, which assured us where we are in the presentation, and then the text of the tip, such as positivity or whatever, maybe a quote, and then on the left side there was a series of action items. On the right side there was some illustration that was never directly referred to, such as a swirly circle for do this daily, or a definition of something. My suggestion on designing this would be to put the illustration on the left and the action items on the right, because we normally read, in English, we read left to right. So we look at screens in a Z pattern. Because the action items are on the bottom left, there's a tendency for the eyes to be pulled to the right to something which wasn't really what you're talking about, was merely supportive. Otherwise, the slides are superb. The other thing about this speech that struck me was the writing. There were really 2 parts to the speech. First, there was the inspirational story. Here's Victoria doing what we're all trying to do, improve ourselves. You read all these books and did not find what you were looking for. Thank you very much. You've saved me a lot of reading, because I'm in the same process just a lot sooner. Then you found the right book, so we can all skip ahead to where you were. You told us why this was the right book, and then launched into your 7 parts. I felt that was good because it motivated me to listen to the 7 parts. I would just suggest at the very end, maybe after you've summarized the 7 items, come back to how this impacted you. Did this change your life? Did it make you a happier person? What was the impact that it had on you? So we will have it on us. Finally, the part that was not in the speech but was excellent was in text. You gave us the PDF to the slides. So we didn't necessarily need the summary, because we can just download that and have all the information. That's a habit I plan to immediately adopt. I think everybody should adopt that. The only suggestion I would make is to just mention that in the speech. Say, if you want to see my slides, I'll text them to you, so don't worry about taking notes. And it's okay for your last slide to have your contact information, so that if you want people to contact you and use this to pump yourself up a bit, it can be right there in the last slide. Excellent show. I learned a lot from this. Thank you, Victoria. And Madam General Evaluator.